Hey guys, welcome back to Kumasao Reviews. What we have here is actually a Transformers piece. So I'm kind of excited. I haven't really reviewed Transformers as much lately, but Perfect Effect makes good stuff, and I'm glad to have their latest. It is PE-DX08 Origin Leonidas. Now you can see in the background the original Leonidas. What this one has is a more, I can't say G1, but that older Beast Wars look, as well as some different colors, and it comes with a big old sword too. We'll do a comparison between the two in a second here, but just taking a look at him. Now weight wise, he is 1.1 pounds. That's all weaponed up and everything like that. That's the way I keep him, so that's what matters to me. I don't really care what he's like without weapons if I never have him without weapons. He is about 8¼ inches tall, so pretty tall figure. He's got some die casts in him and things like that. And this is just a well-built piece. Now, just giving you the turnaround here. You can see that big old sword. The other weapons are the same. He actually has his crossbow as well underneath there. And plenty of pictures of him using his weapons and stuff like that on kumasao.com. The pictorial review, written thoughts, they'll be linked in the description, as well as this info button up here. But there's a roundabout view there. Alright, giving you the top to bottom, bottom to top, but let's take a pause here. He maintains the gimmick of the original Leonidas to where his chest can open, and it shows that matrix. So let's get that guy open, get this piece flipped down. Alright, there's that. It's not removable, and I really like the gold that they used on this piece. Really like the gold a lot. Alright, and here's just a group shot of him with a couple of other Beast Wars Transformers. Here's the Masterpiece Optimus Primal. Here's the original Leo Convoy. There's Perfect Effects, Beast Gorilla, as well as the original Leonidas in the background. Just so you can see how he kind of sizes up. He's way larger than Optimus Primal. Alright, and here's a side-by-side with the original Leonidas. So basically, he's more of a gunmetal, and it's not different everywhere. Like, this is silver, this is gunmetal. The sides of his obliques or whatever, or his torso, are white, where this one's more red. This is metallic, where this is flat colors. And I'm so back and forth between the two, because like, I like the head sculpt on the new Leonidas better. I like the gold on the new Leonidas better. I like the red, that flat red there on the original Leonidas a lot better. I like that brighter blue on the head sculpt. Well, I think they might be the same. It might be the light hidden, but the way that that looks to me is on, you know, the knee pads and stuff like that. I like the two-tones on the original better. So it's kind of back and forth between the two, even the forearms. Like, I like the color separation on Origin better, or on the original better, the color separation on the forearms, where I like the color separation on the torso better on the Origin. So it's really back and forth between the two. I wish they were easy to kind of part swap to have that perfect one or whatever, but you know, it's what it is. But it's cool because they both have their pluses, and you know, they're worth having both of them in my opinion, even though it becomes kind of steep. I think they retail for like over $150 a piece, so yeah, that's a bit much. You know, $150 is a cool buy, but $300, that can buy you some other shit. So, alright. And the back's relatively the same. Like I said, all the weaponry minus the blades different. The tail, it's red, match the blade on the Origins, where it's purple on the original Leonidas. The visor, more purple on the original, red on the Origin version. But again, there are the two. In terms of materials and stuff like that, I've heard or read that things changed between the original and Xerxes, which is the black repaint. Mine broke into a million pieces, so don't have a black Xerxes. Well, I have pieces of them in a bag that I have to send over to a customizer, just as a, you know, he can use them. But it's one of those deals to where I don't know what's really changed. They feel a lot the same. I actually like the joints on the original better than Xerxes and this guy. I've got a lot of looseness in thighs and things like that to where my original is so tight that it squeaks. You know, I read a lot of problems with the original, but knock on whatever metal and whatever this table's made out of, that, you know, I don't have any problems. But my QC on the original one is perfect, to where like my Xerxes, I had to get a replacement when I bought it because it was so floppy in the hips that it couldn't even stand. And this one, even though it could stand, just really like, if I've polished them and stuff like that, so they're decently tight now. But when I first got them, if you picked them up and just shook them around, he looked like a marionette doll, just legs dangling everywhere and stuff like that. So pretty damn loose. So I guess QC, I'm gonna have to go with the original actually. But there's a comparison. Alright, and for those who haven't really seen this piece at all, I'm just going over the posability here. This thing is insanely articulated. So 2 neck joints, one where the head meets neck meets the clavicle there. Got 2 ab areas, both of them have ab crunch, which is insane. Both of them have tilt. I don't really know why the chest has tilt, but it's what it is. I think that should remain straight and just kind of, you know, not double jointed, but past 90 degrees on the elbow. Wrist swivel. Went over the waist swivel there. The thighs. For the transformation, they can kind of go up and down, but it's cool because that downwards slide there, it lets them get some more swing. Plenty of swing, not a lot to the side, but front and back wise, decent. Double jointed knees, as well as lots of play in the ankle and foot area. So just like I said, overall, really posable piece. Those guns there. We've checked out, sorry for all the all the other weapons in the review for the original Leonidas, so let's just check out this big old sword. I don't want to take up too much time on this piece. And there's a written review as well that shows all the weapons in use and stuff like that, so just check out the link, kumastyle.com, to check out all that. Alright, we'll just go straight for the Obari here. If you're like, what's Obari? You on the wrong channel to have the stuff I review. Even from a photography standpoint, it's so hard to get around that mane. But let's cheat a little bit and actually move it. And there you go. This is BF sword. Alright, and here it is. This is his lion mode. It's pretty much exactly the same as the other one. Just colored a bit differently. I do really like the colors. You can see the original Leonidas in the background though, but the colors on this one, the gold in particular, is just killer. I like it a lot. Alright, so in terms of posability, I mean, it's got an open mouth. There is articulation in the head. Those ratchets do come into play there. Those ones used to transform him. Alright, so he's got some head swivel. He's got some up and down movement. His mouth moves. In terms of his feet, you know, there is some play in the shoulder area there. So you can widen these out if you want to. Give it more of that kind of deal. He does have that ab crunch as well. Got guns falling off. I really wish those were just permanently glued or something like that, since that's where those holsters are supposed to be anyway. And then of course, in the back area, got some playroom in the knee as well as the thigh. Tail is posable, but this back end is heavy, so it doesn't really hold up the best. Alright, get this piece back on. Oh, I've got it backwards. That'd be why it's not just tabbing in like normal. And they did as good of a job as I think they could have with the sword in terms of keeping that out of the way. Now the other one pops off. Yeah, these pieces are just a pain. I'm not the biggest fan of the tabs. Not gonna lie. So, in fact, we're just gonna take them off. You can look at the Pictorial review for pictures of them on there. Alright, so I think they did the best they could with the sword. I mean, it's big and kind of chunky. Focus. On his back there. It doesn't really get in the way though. I mean, it's just kind of on you whether you like the look of it or not more than anything. Get his shoulder back there. Now with this visor, I did have to trim a little bit off the sides of it. The hole for this one that it slides into is a bit smaller than the others, and the visor is the same size as the others. So yeah, there's some trimming involved in that. I just took a razor and just thin slice on each side. It's one of those barely off things, so it's a really quick fix. I know some people are just like, well, I don't want to touch my stuff at all. You have to. It's not going to work without it. Just do it. So anyway, here it is. There he is with the visor. Get it into more of a prowl type pose there. And you know, I think it's one of those you either love it or hate it alt modes, but I really like it. I do. It's cute but badass at the same time. I really dig it. But there's his alt mode. Alright, and again, this has been Perfect Effects PE-DX08 Origin Leonidas. Order yours at choiceandprime.com. Link will be in the description, as well as a written review on kumasao.com, which you should definitely check out. Click the link below. Info button up here on the upper right hand side. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next review. Let me know what you think in the comments.